Hello, hello
Hi.
Carolina, hello Amanda. It's very nice to meet you and to talk about research today. Um, Carolina, can you tell me 2 words about you?
Sure. So my name is Carolina Verli, and I am a professor of marketing at Grenoble Ecole de Management. My area of research is consumer behavior. I'm particularly interested in drivers of behavioral change, and I investigate topics related to consumers' well-being, mainly related with food consumption and physical activity.
Amanda?
Hello, my name is Amanda Yamin. I'm an assistant professor here at Grenoble Ecole de Management. I work a lot with research on heuristics, biases, and a lot on food decision making. I focus a lot of my research on the social aspects of consumption.
We're going to talk about a specific research. What was the motivation of this research?
So this research project was on food nutritional labels, and it was funded by the National Cancer Institute in France in a project that started in 2015. And at that time, there was no label placed in front of food products in France. So the Nutri-Score wasn't there yet, and there were questions about what was the best type of label to put in front of food products. And actually, we decided to test the actual Nutri-Score, the 5-colored label, to a simpler label that had only 3 colors, the 3 colors of the traffic lights, green, yellow, and red. And our initial hypothesis was that the 3-color label would be easier to process for consumers in comparison to the 5-color label. We also had a control condition with no label, but actually once we conducted the study, that's not what we found. What we found was that indeed the Nutri-Score, the 5-color label, was more effective than the 3-color label because it allowed consumers to better distinguish the nutritional quality and the healthiness level of food products.
And you work with co-author.
Yes, Amanda here was my co-author in this research, and we also collaborated with Olivier Trandel, who is professor at GEM in marketing. We had another postdoc for this project, Kevin Roche, and finally we collaborated with Perrine Nadeau, who's a nutritionist at the National Sanitary Agency in France, and she helped us to compute the nutritional quality of the food products so that we could determine the labels because the system wasn't being used yet at that time.
And we are in the Biz Lab in GEM. And what is the main contribution of this lab for your research protocol?
I propose that we go to the supermarket where we did the study and we can show you exactly what was the contribution of the lab.
Thank you.
Okay, this is the GEM Labs, and one of our facilities here is a supermarket. This is a room in the lab where we reproduce what a real small supermarket in a French city looks like. And that's a wonderful facility for data collection because we can manipulate price tags, labels that we put on products, but also product assortments in different product categories. And it's here where we conducted the main study for this research project.
More specifically for this research, participants came to the lab and they either saw 3 conditions. Okay, the participants entering the lab and they were asked to do a more specific a purchase of a cereal or chocolate bar. So for certain participants, they arrived in the lab and they made their shopping while looking at this label, in which shows the price of the product and the information about the product in general. For other participants, they arrived in the lab and they saw a very similar tag. However, we included the 5-color nutritional label, or we included the 3 colors nutritional label. So what we investigated is, as they were doing their shopping, whether the type of cereal bar, the nutritional quality of the cereal or chocolate bar changed if they saw the label with the 5-color nutritional quality label or with the 3-color nutritional quality label. Specifically, what we wanted to investigate as well was with the eye tracking. I want to Carolina to come here and to demonstrate what exactly the participants saw. So this is the eye tracking, is a very interesting tool that we use to capture where individuals look very specifically while they are making their shopping. So what we show is, what we wanted to see is whether if they were purchasing and the nutritional quality labels were present, they actually look at the label while making their shopping. So we were able to capture not only how much time participants looked and how much attention they provided to the product's packaging, but also to the nutritional label that they were exposed to.
So having an eye tracking in this specific lab study was important because we could capture the time that participants spent looking at the labels in milliseconds. So it's extremely precise. And that showed that indeed for the 5-color label, they spend more time while making these food decisions. So this paper was published in the Journal of Public Policy and Marketing in 2022.